Ever feel like your emotions control you, making you react blindly and later regret your actions? There is a powerful ancient path that teaches how to pause, observe, and respond with clarity instead of reacting impulsively. You can learn to master your inner world through a simple but profound Buddhist approach. Let's explore how responding instead of reacting can transform your life starting now today. We are diving deep into a transformative skill that can change the way you interact with the world and yourself. Learning to respond rather than react. Seen through the lens of Buddhist philosophy, this is not just about controlling anger or suppressing emotions. It's about understanding the nature of your mind and how your habitual patterns shape your experience. And your actions, the first thing to consider, is what it means to react, and what it means to respond. Reacting is often immediate, impulsive, and driven by emotions or automatic patterns. Without full awareness, it's like a knee-jerk reflex triggered by external stimuli. On the other hand, responding involves a pause, a moment of awareness where you choose your action based on clarity, insight, and compassion. Buddhism offers a profound framework to cultivate this pause and turn every moment into an opportunity for mindful engagement. At the root of reaction is often attachment and aversion. We tend to cling to what we like and push away what we dislike. This duality creates turmoil because life inevitably presents us with both pleasant and unpleasant experiences. The Buddha taught that suffering stems from desire and aversion, and that liberation lies in understanding this truth deeply. When you witness your mind reacting, you have the chance to break free from this cycle. But how do you do that practically? What are the steps to move from reactivity to mindful response? Buddhist teachings guide us with several key practices. First, meditation, which anchors the mind in the present moment. When you meditate consistently, you develop the ability to observe your thoughts and feelings without being swept away. Meditation is like building a muscle for mindfulness. It strengthens your capacity to hold space for whatever arises without judgment. Imagine a situation where someone says something harsh to you. A knee-jerk reaction is to retaliate, possibly with anger or defense. But if you have cultivated mindfulness through meditation, you can notice the arising of anger, the tightness in your chest, or the heat in your face, and still choose not to react immediately. You create a gap between stimulus and response. In that gap lies your freedom and your power to act consciously. The second practice is cultivating compassion for yourself and others. Buddhism encourages developing metta or loving kindness. This practice softens the heart and reduces the harshness of reactive emotions. When you respond with compassion, your actions promote peace rather than conflict. Imagine someone who offends you out of their own pain. When you recognize their suffering, your response can shift from anger to empathy. This doesn't mean you condone hurtful behavior, but that you don't let reactive negativity control your actions. Another essential concept is impermanence. The Buddha taught that everything is in constant flux. Nothing lasts forever. Your emotions and situations are no exception. Recognizing impermanence helps you see that anger, irritation, or frustration are temporary and transient. They arise and fall away like clouds in the sky. This insight provides space to not get entangled with these emotions and let them pass naturally instead of reacting out of identification with them. Equally important is the practice of self-awareness rooted in right mindfulness. Mindfulness is about paying attention deliberately to the present experience with openness and curiosity. When you live with mindfulness, your attention is not hijacked by past grievances or future anxieties. You engage fully with what is here now. This clarity allows you to respond skillfully and appropriately rather than falling back into habitual reaction patterns of mind that our unconscious tend to repeat themselves automatically. But mindfulness brings them into light and gives you the choice to change. You can ask yourself in challenging moments, what am I feeling? What is the story I am telling myself? What response will bring harmony? rather than discord. Another practical tool from Buddhism is the understanding of dependent origination. This principle teaches that all phenomena arise in dependence on causes and conditions. Nothing exists independently. This means your reactions are connected to multiple factors, not isolated events. For example, a rude comment might trigger anger because of past wounds, exhaustion, or stress. In responding mindfully, you acknowledge these conditions and choose a response that breaks the chain of negativity instead of perpetuating it. Now let's talk about the role of the breath. The breath is a powerful anchor to bring you back to the present moment. When you feel overwhelmed or triggered, taking conscious, deep breaths calms the nervous system and creates space for wise action. Breath awareness is emphasized in many Buddhist meditation traditions because it is accessible anytime and anywhere. It serves as a reminder that you can always return to center even amidst chaos. To summarize the process of shifting from reaction to response, Buddhist practice invites you to pause, take a breath, notice your emotions, observe their impermanent nature, appreciate the interconnected causes and conditions, cultivate compassion, and then act with intention rather than impulse. This approach not only improves your interactions with others, but also enriches your relationship with yourself. You build resilience, emotional intelligence, and a profound peace that withstands life's ups and downs. Let's also consider modern science, which aligns remarkably with these ancient teachings. Neuroscience shows that the brain's amygdala triggers fight or flight reactions. But with mindfulness practice, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for reasoning and decision-making, becomes stronger. This means you literally rewire your brain to respond calmly and thoughtfully instead of reacting out of fear or anger. This neuroplasticity underscores the potential for anyone to learn this skill regardless of age or background. The journey is lifelong. There will be moments when you slip back into reactivity, and that is okay. The key is gentle awareness and continued practice. Buddhist wisdom reminds you to be patient with yourself. As you cultivate this art, it is not about perfection, but progress. The repeated practice of mindful response cultivates freedom from automatic reactions and creates a ripple effect in your life and community. Imagine a family argument where everyone normally raises their voice. Imagine at least one person choosing to respond with calm and kindness. How would that shift the energy? Imagine workplaces or social interactions where responses replace reactions, leading to more understanding and cooperation. The personal and collective benefits are profound. Those who practice respond instead of react develop greater harmony, inner balance, and deeper insight into life's nature. They embody the essence of the Buddha's teaching, which is liberation through wisdom and compassion. Practical tips to implement this today. Start a daily meditation practice. Even 5 minutes counts. Notice your reactions throughout the day without judgment. Use breath awareness when triggered. Cultivate metta or loving kindness through simple affirmations. Remind yourself of impermanence. When emotions rise, pause consciously before responding. Reflect on causes and conditions influencing your feelings. Be patient and forgiving with yourself and others. This commitment to mindful response is a gift you give yourself and those around you. Remember, the path to peace begins with a single mindful breath. This is how Buddhism guides us to respond instead of react, not with rigid discipline, but with gentle awareness and open heart. This skill transforms moments of tension into opportunities for growth and connection, and ultimately leads you toward a life filled with greater peace, joy, and understanding. Thank you for journeying through this profound topic with me, and may the wisdom of mindful response enrich your life starting now. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this wisdom with others who may benefit from it. We'll see you in the next video.